Overcome laziness, prove yourself. Have you ever felt like there's a stronger, smarter, more powerful version of you, trapped beneath layers of laziness, procrastination, and wasted potential? You know who you could become, you feel it, but something keeps pulling you down again and again. Today that ends, today you rise. This is your turning point. This is Overcome Laziness, Prove Yourself. The real enemy. Laziness isn't the enemy, it's a symptom, a sign, a quiet alarm telling you something is missing: purpose, direction, belief, or energy. The real enemy is the story you tell yourself about what you can or cannot do. Most people think laziness is about being weak or unmotivated. No, most lazy people are not weak, they're overwhelmed, they're lost, they're drowning in distractions, negative thoughts, and invisible resistance. But here's the truth: you were not born lazy. No baby crawls halfway across the floor and says, "This is too much, I'll do it tomorrow." Laziness is learned, and if you learned it, you can unlearn it. The hidden cost of laziness. Every lazy moment has a price, and the world never shows you the bill up front. Laziness costs you opportunities you never knew you had. Laziness costs you confidence, because every time you avoid a task, a small part of you loses trust in yourself. Laziness costs your future, slowly, quietly, invisibly. Imagine looking back 10 years from now and realizing you were capable of so much more, that pain is worse than any discomfort you feel right now from trying. You must stop negotiating with your potential. Stop delaying the life you want. The truth about motivation. Motivation doesn't come first. Action does. People wait to feel ready, but readiness is a myth. Champions aren't motivated every day. They've simply built habits that work even when they don't feel like it. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the engine. Your job isn't to feel motivated, it's to take the first step, and then the next, and then the next. Because in life, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving. Breaking the cycle. Here's how laziness captures you. 1. You think a task will be hard. 2. You avoid it. 3. You feel guilty. 4. Guilt drains your energy. 5. Low energy makes you avoid even more. This is the cycle, the trap, but you can break it, not by some giant heroic action, but by the smallest possible move in the right direction. 1 push-up, 1 minute of study, 1 page written, 1 step taken. Small steps break the chain, and once the chain breaks, momentum appears. The power of micro-actions. Your brain hates big goals. Big goals trigger fear, but micro-actions, they slip under the radar. They're tiny enough to start, yet powerful enough to transform you. Want to work out? Start with 60 seconds. Want to build a business? Start with 1 idea. Want to read more? Read 1 page. Micro-actions lead to micro-wins. Micro-wins lead to belief. Belief leads to unstoppable momentum. The difference between a lazy person and a productive one is not talent, it's the ability to start small. How to build discipline. Discipline is not about grinding non-stop. Discipline is the simple habit of doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. Here, how to build it. Rule 1. Remove the decision. If you decide every day whether or not to work, you've already lost. Make it automatic. Rule 2. Start before you're ready. If you wait for clarity or confidence, you'll wait forever. Rule 3. Do the bare minimum on bad days. Not 0, minimum. Winners show up even at 20%. Rule 4. Protect your environment. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your motivation. Rule 5. Consistency over intensity. 10 minutes daily beats 3 hours once a week. Discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The double life you're living. Right now, you are living 2 lives. The life you have and the life you want. Laziness traps you in the first life. Action unlocks the second. Every time you choose action, you walk closer to the version of yourself you dream about. And one day, you'll wake up and realize you're no longer dreaming, you're living it. Self-proof. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone else. Not your parents, not your friends, not the world. You need to prove yourself to yourself. Because the person you silently judge the most is yourself. The person you secretly want respect from the most is yourself. Building confidence is not about feeling good, it's about stacking evidence. Evidence that you show up, evidence that you try, evidence that you're improving. Every time you choose discipline, you are proving to yourself that you can be trusted. The future you. Imagine the strongest, most disciplined, most successful version of yourself. Picture them clearly, how they walk, talk, think, and act. Now ask yourself, what does that version of me do daily? How do they handle stress? How do they react to setbacks? What habits do they keep no matter what? Your job is to start behaving like that version today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. The future you is not built from dreams, it's built from your daily choices. The 5-second courage rule. Here's a rule that can save your life. If you have an idea, a plan, a goal, you have 5 seconds to act before your mind kills it. Count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move. Send the message, open the book, stand up, start running, begin. Courage doesn't last long, use it fast. Becoming unstoppable. People don't become unstoppable by being strong every day. They become unstoppable by refusing to quit, even on the worst days. Your growth will be slow, it will be painful, it will be lonely. But the day will come when people look at you and say, "How did they do it?" And you'll smile because you'll know the truth. You fought battles in silence. You showed up when you didn't feel like it. You took small steps on days others gave up. That's what makes someone unstoppable. The moment of decision. Your life changes when one moment becomes stronger than your excuses. This is that moment. You've been waiting for a sign, this is it. You've been waiting for the right time, it's now. You've been waiting for motivation, it's here. Stand up, start, move, do something today that your future self will thank you for. Final message. Overcome laziness, prove yourself. Not to the world, they're not watching. To yourself, because you are. And deep down, you know you were meant for more. Today is the day you begin. Why you feel stuck. You think you're stuck because you're lazy, but the truth is deeper. You're stuck because your mind has created a comfort zone so tight, so familiar, that any attempt to leave it feels like danger. The brain loves predictability, even if your routine is unproductive. Your brain prefers the familiar pain over the unfamiliar growths. But every great transformation in history came from someone who chose discomfort, chose challenge, chose the unknown. Laziness is comfort disguised as safety. Progress is discomfort disguised as chaos. And if you want to change your life, you must be willing to step into that chaos, not all at once, but one brave step at a time. The science of procrastination. Your brain operates on two forces, the need for pleasure and the avoidance of pain. Laziness happens when your brain labels the task as painful, even if the long-term reward is huge. Here's the secret, your brain can be trained. Every time you delay a task, your brain learns, avoidance works. Every time you start a task, your brain learns, starting is safe. Over time, these small choices shape your identity. So today, begin retraining your mind. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Choose action, let your brain adapt. You've survived worse. You've survived pain that was far more difficult than waking up early. You've survived heartbreaks that hurt more than finishing a project. You've survived moments that felt impossible, yet here you are. So don't you dare say you're weak. You are not tired, you are unchallenged. You are not lazy, you are unaligned. You are not broken, you are unactivated. There is a version of you that is powerful beyond measure, waiting behind the walls of your excuses. Break those walls. The dangers of tomorrow. Tomorrow is the most dangerous word ever invented. It destroys dreams, kills progress, and steals your future. You say, "I'll start tomorrow," but tomorrow never comes. You are lying to yourself politely. You are delaying your greatness gently. You are signing a silent contract with regret. The truth, there is no tomorrow, there is only now. Greatness is born in the present moment, not in future fantasies. How your environment controls you. Your laziness is not always your fault. Your environment shapes your behavior in ways you don't even realize. If your room is messy, your mind becomes heavy. If your phone is near you, your focus is stolen. If your friends are unmotivated, your dreams shrink. If your social media is filled with distractions, your discipline dies. Change your environment and your behavior will follow naturally. Clean your space. Organize your tools. Limit distractions. Surround yourself with ambition. The environment is the silent architect of your habits. Momentum is everything. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need massive wins. You just need momentum. A single step creates momentum. A single win creates belief. A single action creates progress. Momentum is the invisible force that transforms ordinary people into unstoppable machines. Once you build it, keep it, guard it, feed it, protect it. Momentum is your greatest advantage. Remove the old identity. Your laziness doesn't come from your present, it comes from your past identity. Maybe you've been telling yourself for years, I'm a procrastinator, I'm not disciplined, I always mess things up, I can't stay consistent. These are not facts, they are repeated stories. To change your life, you must change the story. Say, I am disciplined. I do what I need to do. I finish what I start. I am becoming unstoppable. Identity shapes action, action shapes destiny. Rewrite your identity, rewrite your life. Pain is the currency of change. Nothing changes without a little pain. Growth demands discomfort, and the people who achieve extraordinary lives aren't the ones who avoid pain, they are the ones who use it. Pain is fuel. Pain is instruction. Pain is evolution in disguise. Every time you feel discomfort, you're not failing, you're transforming. The secret to energy. Most people think they're lazy because they lack energy, but energy is created by action. Movement creates energy, progress creates energy, purpose creates energy. Your body is a machine designed to move. The more you move, the more energy you create. Start with small movement, stretch, walk, breathe deeply. Energy will follow. The fear of failure. You're not lazy, you're afraid. Afraid of failing. Afraid of succeeding. Afraid of trying. Afraid of being judged. Afraid of not being good enough. Laziness is fear wearing a mask. But here's the truth, the only real failure is not trying, everything else is practice. The power of self-promises. You become powerful the moment you start keeping promises to yourself. Not big promises, small ones. I will start today. I will finish this task. I will not quit. Every promise you keep builds self-trust. Every promise you break destroys it. Your entire future depends on one thing, your relationship with yourself. Prove yourself every day. You prove yourself through actions, not words. You prove yourself through consistency, not dreams. You prove yourself through discipline, not talent. Every day, do one thing that makes you proud, one thing that moves you forward, one thing that shows the world and yourself who you truly are. The world doesn't owe you recognition, you owe yourself effort. Final rise. Stand up. Breathe. Look at everything you've been through. You've survived. You've endured. You've grown. Now it's time to transform. Overcome laziness. Prove yourself. Step into the life waiting for you. Your future is not in your dreams, it's in your actions. Begin now.